G'day guys, my name is Scott from Pokestraya. Today's going to play a few games with Trevenant BREAK. So we'll jump straight into that. Still not 100% sure how I want to play this deck. So I've got a pretty basic build together now. Reasonably streamlined. Still not sure. I feel it does need a secondary attacker, but I don't know who to pick. So I'm just going to test everything and see what sticks. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, ideally you want to get the first turn Wally into a Trevenant. Completely lock your opponent out of playing items and then just start dealing out damage and be as disruptive as possible. Okay. Start with the Phantom. Bench a second one. Yeah, and then click done. Okay. Night March. Alrighty, so we'll go Psychic Energy. Shaman for 2. Good to get a Battle Compressor. Don't. This is a deck which a lot of people consider to be quite strong against Night March, so let's see what we can do. Phantom. Shaman for 4 cards. And we whiff. That is very disappointing. We're just gonna have to pass turn. Alright. We have a turn 2 Trevenant though. As long as we don't get judged or red carded. But we're probably gonna lose the active Phantom. Potentially even the Shaman. It is always scary playing Shamans against Night March. Okay, unknown. This might be Night March Vesperclick. Probably should have paid attention at the start. Okay. So if my opponent is smart, seeing what we're playing, they'll dump all the item cards this turn and just set themselves up for the rest of the game. Okay. Battle Compressor. One, two, three Night Marches in the discard pile. 4. Yeah, not much face with them. That's okay. Six. So 6 Night Marches is 120 damage, which is knockout range for a Trevenant, which is unfortunate. Probably the thing I dislike about most about the trading card game online is it is quite slow. Okay. Obviously overkill. So we can promote a Phantom. Okay, so by the end of the turn at least, we're going to have a Trevenant with Ascension and D-Valley present. I don't think we'll Wally. I will take a Sycamore just for next turn. It's not a hand that I really want, so we'll put that there. Going to... We should have a Trevenant next turn. So I'm going to attach the DCE to the benched Phantom. Going to Xerosic the DCE. And I'm going to Ascension. So with any luck, they won't have a DC in hand, and they won't have a way to search through their deck. Okay. Watch them drop hex. Here we go. Vesperquin, yep. DC, okay. Go onto the Phantom again. I think anything we can do is going to be too little too late. They're not going to have it, are they? Surely to goodness they don't have a third DC in hand. We'll go for the Xerosic. Play it. Get rid of that. And we will Ascension once again. If they have another DCE, it's probably just worth conceding, to be perfectly honest, but we'll see what they have. They're thinking. Yeah, that's bad. Okay, so paying attention to the cards going to the discard pile. Not so much the Night Marches because it's a little bit irrelevant how many they've got there now. They don't have the DCE though. That is wonderful. So what we are going to do is play the DCE. Then I'm going to Sycamore. Yep, yeah, Sycamore. Okay, so I'm going to... I'm going to Ultra Ball. Discarding a... Lysander. And a red card. Grab a Trevenant BREAK, so we've got a little bit of extra HP. Might survive a Vesperquin. Probably should count that quickly actually, but we'll do that very shortly. Alright, so we're going to attach. And we're going to Sky Return. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Which will be enough for a knockout. What have you got, mate? Let's go. It's a grass energy, okay? Alright. So, psychic energy. Out of compressor. So we're not going to need this anymore. Not going to need Wally. And I doubt we're going to need D-Valley, to be perfectly honest. So we'll pick up those 3. I will actually Sycamore. I don't want to bench out the Shaman, is why. We have another Bursting Balloon. That is Grouse. So we'll go Train as well. The Eco Arm, we won't play it just yet. Right. So we will attach the Bursting Balloon. And I could knock it out, but I think I'm just going to spread some damage. Cool, there's a Phantom. So this forces my opponent to evolve the bench combi, otherwise it will be knocked out. Forces them to do something with the Pokeboo. And if they attack, they'll be knocked out as well. I mean, I'm pretty much up the creek if they manage to pull off an attack, but that's fine. Okay. Cool. That goes away. So let's bench you. I'm gonna play the Eco Arm. Put that back. Oh, I have to take the head ring. Okay. Have to take all 3 apparently, which is fine. Trainer's Mail. For not what I wanted. That's right. We'll take the Sycamore. Now, do we take those 2 out, or do we? All right, we need to attach this all the way. So we're going to attach, and we're going to take the 2 prize cards. Hopefully, that's not the wrong decision. Okay, so we still should have a Trevenant left in deck. 1, 2, third on the field, that should be it. That is not what I wanted to say. Okay. But that's okay. that is perfectly okay. Alright, so energy, ultra ball, discarding the headringer and the battle compressor, taking a Trevenant, attaching the bursting balloon, and using Tree Slam. Okay, so if my opponent has a DCE, they win. If they don't, I win. Do they have it? Yeah, no, they've got this. GG. Apparently not. That was close. So, as you saw there, it's not, or at least this build I should say, isn't the auto win. A lot of people have sort of said that it is against Night March. I feel we might have had a stronger game if we were able to pull off the turn 1 Trevenant, but we'll jump into another game and we'll see how we go. Psychic, electricity, steel. Okay. Ah, bugger. Alright, so we're probably going to see... We're going to see Bronzong and Mewtwo... I don't know, maybe a Tekken, could be a Manectric, might even just be a stray Dedenne. Thanks for showing up, mate. Done. Opponent starts Shaman, so that's not too bad for me. All being well, I should have the first turn Trevenant, which will be Grouse. So. Night March, okay. Yeah, okay, so there's only 2 on the discard pile. I'm Adil for my previous deck prediction. It's going to be Night March with Bronzer. That's 2 Night March decks in a row. It's 4 in the discard pile. So, if my opponent's clever, they'll just go ham this turn. Alright. DCE, we should see a stadium. Or not. Okay, setting up for the Shaman. A little bit slow though, because you're getting the 3 cards anyway. I guess I just wanted the extra 3 cards. Puzzle of Time's a card that I'm still not sure whether I like. I mean, it's undeniably great, but just having to have the two in hand all the time, it becomes really situational, I feel. They are clever, dumping the items. Good for them, potentially very, very bad for me. Alright. Okay, now before I commit to anything, we have 3 night marches in the discard pile. Okay, that's not quite so scary. So we're going to start with a... Yeah, I'm actually not going to Wally because I'm going second. I'm just going to attach the energy. I'm going to Battle Compressor. Gonna dump a Wally. Sick for when I need it. And a Headringer. Okay, the reason I'm doing this is because if they manage to, they've got the Sycamore in hand, if they manage to Sycamore away a heap of Pokemon and I've got nothing benched, I lose. So I don't want to, but I'm going to Sycamore this hand. So, Trainer's Mail, looking for an Ultra Ball, which we don't get. I'm not going to take the D-Valley. Just because of that Pumpkaboo. What I will take is a Bursting Bloom. Or do I take a Versus Seeker for next turn? No, I'll take the Bursting Bloom. I mean, I didn't get a Pokemon, which is very disappointing, so we'll play that there. Very disappointing indeed. Battle Compressor. Dump the Wally. Dump the Headringer. Alright. Touch the Bursting Balloon. And we will use Ascension. Alright. So if my opponent isn't able to dump more Night March in the discard pile this turn, we can Trevenant BREAK. Hopefully top deck a Versus Seeker or a Supporter. And at the very least we'll be able to attack with Trevenant BREAK. Okay, but my opponent has... Alright. And if they do attack, they lose the active Pumpkaboo, which is fine with me. Okay. Well. A little bit more HP, which is nice. So... I do have the Sycamore. I'm actually going to Lysander a Shaman, which I hope I don't regret. And I'm going to Silent Fear. So if they can't move the Shaman of the active position, and they can't knock out my Trevenant, next turn they lose 2 Night Marches, which does fuel the fire a bit, but they also lose 2 ECUs. Okay, I get that. they get that, which is unfortunate. One of the things this deck does really suffer against is the Shaman loop. For those of you who don't know, Bursting Balloon resolves after Sky Return resolves. Ooh, okay, that's bad. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Wow. That was abysmal. Alright. Okay. My opponent concedes. I don't think that the game was still unwinnable for them. Obviously I can't see their hand, but you should always play games out, even if you're going to lose. I mean, you can always learn things from them. Might be a bit of a cliche, but you do tend to lose. You do tend to learn more from losing than winning. Alright. We'll play one more game. Hopefully something a little bit different this time. They've been reasonably good games actually. Night March is and is going to remain a very competitive game. Psychic, Water, Electric, Colourless. We'll call heads. I lost. It's really great to go first with Trevenant. Just that first and line lock just puts your opponent out of the game. Obviously not fun to play against, but here's my fashionably late Phantom. You can become active, mate. Alright, done. It's not a bad hand, actually. Another Night March deck. Okay, I'm going first, apparently. That is actually really good. So we'll go for the Transmog. Give me a Battle Compressor. Far out. You know what? I'm not going to take anything. Alright. I'm going to attach. I'm going to attach. I'm going to Shaman for 3. Yep. Give me a Battle Compressor, please. Yes. Yes. Battle Compressor. Getting rid of a Xerosic, a Wally, and a second Wally, I reckon. Okay, pick a red card, just to be annoying. And we can versus Seeker. For our friend Wally. Play Wally. Into the Trevenant. I'm not going to play the Shaman, I'm just going to pass him. So opponent says turn on Wally, you win. In hindsight, I probably shouldn't have wasted the Bursting Balloon. Maybe. My opponent concedes. Okay, that was a little bit disappointing. So I think actually I will play just one more. Fingers crossed we run into something other than Night March though. Not that it's not a fun game, it's just a bit of a would be pretty good. I kill. Apparently ghost trees are too scary for people to play. Try that just one more time. Well, thanks for the trash. Okay. And for an opponent. As for a secondary attacker, I mean, Wobbuffet's the one I've seen played the most. I don't know. If you can have a turn 1 Trevenant, why have a Wobbuffet? The secondary attacker really needs to be a cheap attacker that you can splash just for late game or sort of non-ideal situations. Scattershot Mewtwo was one that was recommended to me, but I don't feel that the damage output's going to be good enough. Okay. Trevenant's not sure today. Versus Seeker would be wonderful. But again, we are going second, so even just an attach into Ascension will give us a Trevenant. Dunno. Okay. Electric Energy. It's not that big a threat to us. Sad that we can't just knock it out. Wow. Alrighty, that was a bit of a disappointing end to the video, but I am going to end it there. So thank you very much for watching, guys. And I have been Scott, coming to you from Pokestraya. Be sure to check out our other videos. Jordan's posted some great content on the YouTube channel. Check out our Facebook page as well. Thanks for watching.